So about Zhongli. So Zhongli DPS. Well, if depending on your Zhongli build, on my main account, I tried doing a Zhongli team, Zhongli DPS team on my main account, but my problem is Zhongli can like do the same amount of damage. Well, he's not yet maxed talents. Like
solidify. This is order.
The damage I tested with what I got. C0 Zhongli with Staff of Oma. Feels like maybe like 30% less damage than my C2 Diluc. So maybe he's like a maybe he can be on par with the C0 Diluc with the damage, with the buffs. But yeah, but he's not yet crowned. So if I crown him someday, Zhongli, my Zhongli on my main account with the Staff of Homa, maybe he can do the same damage as my C2 Diluc. Maybe he can do my last damage test with Talent 9 burst. He did like can't remember. Maybe it was like 200k burst damage, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but if I crown him, he does just like okay DPS nowadays, just like a standard banner level of DPS. So you can't expect much because they really didn't want MiHoYo with their design in mind. They didn't want Zhongli to be a DPS. So you can't expect much DPS on Zhongli. So their original intent is just to make the Archon supports. I don't know for some reason, but they know what they're doing. That's why they are very successful and very filthy rich. So they know what they're doing. I do not know how they come up with that logic, but yeah, they don't want Archons to be supports. They don't want Archons to be DPS or main DPS. They want Archons to be support for some reason. But they realized and they found out, or maybe that was their plan all along, to just initially make Archons supports so that they could sell us constellations to make Archons DPS. So that's it. So that they can make them, so that Archons can be like a EULA level DPS. So my C4 Raiden and C6 Sarah, Engulfing Lightning, does like maybe 150k or 200k or 250k more damage than my C0 EULA with R1, his signature weapon. Sure. Well, I can do some co-op. So yeah, so I had to make a C4 Raiden. If I wanted my Raiden to be DPS and with the same damage as my EULA, by the way, my EULA can do like 360 to 400 bursts now, C0 R1 signature weapon. So if I wanted my Raiden to do that much damage, I needed a C2 Raiden. So yeah, so that's what they're trying to do. So maybe a C2 lately, a C2 Archon will be the same level of damage, I think, with a EULA. That's just my, based on my experience. That's just based on a low spenders experience. I don't know about whales. They can do millions of damage. I have no idea about them.
More speed.
So just like with Ayaka as well, Ayaka's been hyped for a while, and everyone can see on her beta she looks so broken with triple Soken gates with the Sometsu. But when she came out, C0, well, free to play, you only get one Soken gate, only one ball of ice when you burst if you're free to play. So that's the thing. Now you will need 2 more copies of Ayaka just to get that awesome C2 Ayaka constellation to make her burst release 3 Soken gates just like with the beta. So that's the trap. Because on the beta or the leaks, you will see that Ayaka is so cool and broken with 3 Soken gates. But when she comes out, C0, and you finally get lucky to get her C0, well, it's kind of meh. Only her burst looks boring if she's not C2, to be honest. So, not saying people should spend money, hundreds of dollars right away to get her C2. Well, at least you can wait for her next rerun, maybe after 6 months or a year. At least you have content to look forward to. Your Ayaka gets an upgrade. I think that's the only positive side I can get from that. But yeah, Hoyoverse just wants to sell constellations.
More speed.
And yeah, Zhongli as well. He's pretty boring at C0 because C1 can get you 2 stone steals. So it's gonna be a lot more fun to play with.
Beg for mercy.
C1, but I guess, but yeah, if you're not a whale, you can't just get constellations because, especially with the 50-50 system.
Order.
So I think, well, based on my test last time, my Zhongli can do like 200k burst damage without the food buff. So I think with the Asian guy stream, he has C6 Zhongli. So with the buffs, I'm doing like 50k more, around 50k more damage than Asian guy maybe. But maybe now with the buff, I haven't seen. I think Asian guy will deal more damage because he's C6 and with Homa. So let's see Zhongli's constellation. One moment, I will check Zhongli's constellation and I will add your ID. So you get another shield, Dominus shield buff, AoE, Planet Befall. So so C5 gives him more damage, and he becomes a healer at C6. LOL. Well, maybe I can build my Zhongli on my main account someday. Maybe DPS Zhongli.